The next competitor is Bailey Hinkley Grogan, a DMA student in studio music and jazz voice in the Frost School of Music. The title of her essay is A Study of the Lives and Careers of 6 Black Female Jazz Instrumentalists, Valida Snow, Pauline Brady, Melba Liston, Clora Bryant, Terry Pollard, and Dorothy Ashby. Her advisor is Catherine Reed.
Why Women Musicians Are Inferior. This is a real article title published by the esteemed jazz magazine Downbeat. The article's author argues that women are the weaker sex, that their emotional instability stymies their ability to be consistent on their instrument, and even goes as far to ask questions as, how can you blow a horn with a brassiere? While granted this article was published in 1941, the idea that it was published at all is a clear example of the damaging narrative women musicians face in jazz. Valida Snow, Dorothy Ashby, Clora Bryant, Pauline Brady, Terry Pollard, and Melba Liston. These names may be foreign to you, as well as many jazz musicians, but they hold an important lineage in jazz history. All were amid or beginning a career in jazz as instrumentalists at the time that this article was published. My research unearths the forgotten pioneers of jazz history, the Black American female instrumentalists whose sounds go unheard and stories forgotten. Let me just tell you about a couple of these instrumentalists and explain why they deserve to be remembered in jazz history. Dorothy Ashby was a jazz harpist in the 1950s in Detroit. She played the harp, which is a traditionally classical instrument in a jazz setting. She was an advocate for Black Americans, for women, and challenged the status quo of what it meant to be a jazz instrumentalist. And Melba Liston was one of the most respected jazz arrangers and trombone players of the 20th century. With over 400 recording credits in the Recording Academy, she is without a doubt one of the most sought-after arrangers of both Dizzy Gillespie and Quincy Jones, both claiming her to be vital to their work. This research is special for me. I am a woman, and I am also a jazz musician. Women's involvement in jazz has always been scarcer than men's. In fact, numbers continue to show that there's a stark difference between men and women's participation at both educational and professional performing levels. In 2019, a study conducted showed that 46% of college-aged women discontinued the pursuit of jazz, with one of the #1 reasons being representation. This is a primary motivator for my research. We deserve to know the names of these 6 women, like we do Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington. My research focuses on these 6 women, but Black American voices across all corners of US history deserve to be lifted up and heard, and there's no better place to start than with America's own classical music, jazz. It is the art form built out of diverse backgrounds, overcoming in the struggle of Black America. It is interwoven into our very cultural fabric. But if we don't remember all the key players who created this art form, we lose an important part of cultural history in the United States. Thank you.